You don't have to make sure your laundry's done all the time. You don't have to make sure the dishes are done all the time. Your house doesn't have to be in perfect shape. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. It is. It doesn't make you less than. It doesn't make you a bad mom.
No.
And not everyone has that, I would call it a luxury in some ways, to worry about all those superficial things when you're just trying to survive. Welcome back to another episode of Till the Wheels Fall Off. I am Matt.
I'm Paige.
And we are all navigating the frozen tundra of the United States right now.
Yes.
We
got snow.
If you're in the southern hemisphere, I envy you. But then again, if I say that, I'm a malcontent. So when it's warm, I'm going to complain. And when it's cold, I'm going to complain.
Facts.
But heat is actually better than cold. Mm-hmm. It's rough outside. We got snow. It was, oh my God.
It hurts my face.
Yeah,
just walking
everything
outside.
hurts. 9 degrees hurts. Mm-hmm. It's awful.
And we don't have the proper equipment or, clothes to wear to go outside and feel comfortable.
Might be able to help you though. So we've got new merch up on our shop, and these are great. Paige, you're rocking one of the original samples.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have one. So we've got sweatshirts. We've got 2 like collegiate print ones. We got them in black and this really cool light yellow. And we've also got a blue one with an awesome embroidered Till the Wheels Fall Off on the collar. These are awesome. They're greatness. They're available on the shop for limited time. Small run. Won't be too many of these around much longer. So get them while you can. Mm-hmm. And while we're at that, sorry, let me dump the stuff on the floor real quick. Super loud in here. Oh, and forgive us if you can hear some random humming in the background. That would be our space heater.
I'm going to get hot.
Our house right now is a labyrinth of space heaters.
It is. Matt ended up ordering like 6 extra space heaters randomly one day.
Well, we got frozen out a couple of years ago and realized, okay, it's a necessity because they don't build stuff down here to withstand this kind of temp.
Yeah, and our house is really drafty.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you can put your hand up against some of the outlets and feel air.
Yeah, but I kind of made fun of you when you bought all those things because I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Is this real life? Because this is addict in a nutshell. Like, you go balls to the wall.
I am pragmatic. I was solving a problem.
But you go balls to the wall. Like, you go ham. Like, you can't just order, let's just get 2 freaking space heaters. It was more like 6. But I am not complaining now because the house is warmer than it was last time.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for that. So thank you, dear.
You're welcome. It comes in handy sometimes, doesn't it?
And you look super handsome this evening.
Oh, yeah. I had to get it. I got a jacket on. It's cold and flannel.
No, I know, but
and pants and
but you're
boots.
like cowboyish. I haven't seen these jeans are like over 10 years old.
Oh, at least. This is like, oh man, maybe
and
college.
You're wearing boots.
Yeah, keep your feet warm. I got big old thick socks.
I'm wearing Iceland boots.
Yeah, Paige has snow boots on.
I got snow boots on. And I'm like, if y'all can see me, I didn't put any makeup on today. I have not brushed my hair, and I'm wearing a beanie, and I am like so cozy because we've been stuck inside today, and I'm just like, screw it.
This is what happens when it gets cold. We sort of go to like caveman mode around here.
Yeah, why not?
Just like get by.
Yeah. But I'm proud of myself. I didn't like make some crazy comfort food. I made healthy comfort food.
You made a healthy dinner.
It was good.
Still here on the self-care kick.
Yes. Yeah.
It was great.
Because like back in the day, let's talk about some snow days just real quick. Like back in the day, you used to go hard on snow days. Like drugs.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my God. Snow days were like...
You were so pumped about snow days. Like,
yeah.
I remember some heavy snow days that you probably don't even remember. I bet they were blacked out for you.
I'm thinking...
Back in college, there was a time, and I remember like we had friends over, and you and your friends like went hard.
Is that when we built like the 12-foot snowman?
Yeah, I believe so.
We woke up and started drinking.
Yes.
That day.
Oh yeah, and there were drugs involved as well. It wasn't just alcohol.
It was a party.
But anyway, so and my like brain thinks that when snow days happen, I have to eat comfort food and like not do anything and just sit on butt. But I don't do that anymore because my brain's been rewired, and I know if I go down that route, I'll keep going down that route.
Yep.
And then I'll get inconsistent, and then I'll go down a really bad trail of eating bad food. So today I was like, I don't need that. I went and I stayed on plan.
You did the thing today.
I did the thing today.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
It's hard when it's cold like this. It's rough. But you've been on the self-care kick lately, and you've been awesome in the community. Did you post today?
I did not post. I posted something different, but I didn't do my self-care
Oh, that's
post.
right. You did. Okay.
But I will after this because I think that it's important.
And she's going to keep doing this.
Yes.
To inspire others, to hold themselves accountable, and to show others what you're doing, because when other people see it, this is the good kind of FOMO. This is what we want.
Yeah.
Hey, they're taking care of themselves.
Yes.
It's not a brag or a flex. It's just
no,
like, hey,
no.
I thought
it
about
is
myself
so
today.
important to do that.
And speaking of self-care, we mentioned this at the end of our podcast last time.
Yeah.
We have extracted the self-care portion of our course,
magical.
and it is available as a standalone course through mid-February. I think we're going to do this through Valentine's.
Yeah.
Kind of talked about roughly.
Yes.
It is available on Independently Strong. If you go to the website, go to courses, it's available as a mini course for $50.
Or tufo.com.
Yeah, or tufo.com, either one of those.
Yeah.
And the big course is still out there, and it is robust. We've mentioned that before. When I say robust, what I mean is it's almost like a college class. Like the amount of information that's in there, it's not something you're going to sit down and get through in a night.
No.
It is comprehensive. It covers so much stuff.
It'll get you thinking.
And if you're doing the exercises as intended, it will take a considerable amount of time to finish. And the course is still up there, still helping plenty of people. And so what I was going to say, some of the first people are getting through with it now.
Yeah.
And the feedback is incredible.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's so great to watch this thing like actually at work and people getting help. It's amazing. We'll have some reviews posted up here soon, so you can kind of get a feel for what others are experiencing as they're going through the course.
Yep.
So
nothing like this out there.
No, there's really not.
Like
and we've had so many people tell us that. Like I've Googled for thousands of hours and couldn't come across anything until I found this. And it's like, this is exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So proud of that.
All right. What's our topic about today? We haven't even discussed that.
No, we haven't. Okay.
Welcome.
We talked about self-care last time, gentle self-care. And it's no secret that most of our listeners are women. We do have some men that listen. There's some awesome men listeners we've got, but most of our listeners are women, and most of those are mothers.
Yes.
Something that's not discussed a lot. We've talked about it. I think we've alluded to it many times, and stories have come up. But being a single parent in all this.
Yeah.
Feeling like a single
parent.
It's tough. So this one's for the moms.
Yes. And this is for people who are who are married to somebody who's in active addiction or even early recovery, because it feels a lot the same.
Yeah. And we will have some inspiration. If you are in a relationship with someone who's in recovery, established recovery, we'll have some stories to share about what would you call it? A working relationship we have now. With our parenting's balance.
You think it's like a balanced, a balanced parenting relationship
when it comes to responsibilities and everything else.
Oh yeah. So
we'll get into some of that as well.
It was not always like that.
No, it was not. It was not.
No.
And so we've been sitting around talking about this for really a long time, but when we started to conceptualize this episode, we really started to talk about what mothers are up against on any given day. And how tough it is, even with a partner around, someone who's not under the influence of substances on a regular basis, and how tough it is. It's just, it's so freaking hard. And I don't think it can be said enough. Like, I know it's said often, and it's strange for me, a male, to be sitting here talking about this, because I'm not a woman. I obviously have never been in your shoes. I don't know what it feels like to be in your shoes, but I can read the experiences of other women and talking to them and reading their stories. It's really opened my eyes to, just so much of what I put you through without realizing it, and so much of what you experienced. And it hurts going back to that place, but I think it's a good thing when I look back, and it does hurt. Helps me realize what I stand to lose at any given day if I were to make it, a wrong turn. It also helps me really empathize with the women that listen and are going through this and what you guys are up against. So I don't want to spend too much time talking. This is your episode.
No, you say that every time. Why can't we just have a conversation?
Well, because you're talking about being a mother.
I think, okay. Yeah. But I think that you have recently taken on a lot more responsibilities and have been able to understand the mental load that we carry.
Mental load is
and the emotional labor that we carry.
That is a great segue, actually.
I have given you a lot of responsibilities. Like, I have taken things off of my plate. I didn't delegate it to you. I just didn't do things. And I think that I allowed you to step up and do it yourself. Like kid stuff with the schools. You've stepped up with school stuff and you've actually like you went on a field trip with one of our kids. Like,
yeah, that was fun.
You wouldn't have done that. Like you knew the names of the teachers. You look at the emails from the teachers. Like you've actually been involved when it wasn't always like that.
I'm the math tutor around here.
Yes, you are.
And the social studies tutor.
Yes, but our kids don't like me teaching them. We've already been through this.
Because you homeschooled
Because
them.
I homeschooled them and I traumatized them because it was awful. But we still have open conversations about it and we're handling it. But no, you've actually stepped up. And so you've been able to see and feel what it's like a little bit. Not just from seeing, the wheelies and the people that we work with and their stories. Like you're actually experiencing it. And I'm seeing it I'm seeing you struggle a little bit with it too. You're getting frustrated when kids ask you for things, or you're getting frustrated when there's so much on your plate and you're like, just don't help me, because you've got a lot going on and you're experiencing what we experience.
To a lesser degree though, because I'm still not a mother. And
that's true. There's a pressure to be a mom.
There's a pressure to be a mom. You're absolutely right. So
we're supposed to be superheroes.
A lot of what I gather and understand comes from the writings of women who've been through this before. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about this book before. It is called It's Not About the Wine, written by Celeste Yvonne. Now, Celeste is a recovering alcoholic. She considered herself like a gray area drinker. And this is I love that term too, because I think a lot of people fall into this category.
Agreed.
Where you're not you're not a morbid alcoholic that wakes up and drinks and all day long every day, and it's really obvious to everyone around you. But you're also not one of those people that can take it or leave it. Like you're sort of what some would call like a heavy drinker, but it's this gray area where you're functioning and your life hasn't quite crumbled around you yet. And she would consider herself one of those, and so she wrote this book about. It's called It's Not About the Wine, and it alludes to the reason that mothers fall into this trap. Like we've all seen mommy wine culture, like all the memes and the jokes and how alcoholism is kind of glamorized.
Yes.
And I personally know a lot of women alcoholics in recovery that started out this way.
Yeah.
Like in the rooms in recovery, I think I've met one woman who was a beer drinker and the rest were wine drinkers.
Yeah.
Wine has become just an acceptable way of dealing with.
They tell you to cope with
the stresses of parenting.
Yeah.
And Yvonne is an incredible writer. I loved her book. So I approached her book from a person in recovery. So her and I connect a lot on just being a person in recovery and not really dealing with those feelings that you have. But she relates a lot of it to being a mother. And you can't read this book and not fall in love with her and her story and just her writing in general. But I fell in love with this. She's got this chapter called The Mental Load We Carry. And so I'd like to read this blog.
Okay.
So she has a Substack. Substack's like this new app I found.
I was about to ask you what that was.
You subscribe to authors and you get like newsletters. You can get like, she actually reads the articles herself. And it's really cool. Like you hear the kids playing in the background and stuff. Like it's just very raw and unfiltered and real. Yeah, I love it. But check it out. If you haven't, check out the book. Even if you're not in recovery, it's going to open your eyes.
Yes, absolutely.
I think she does a really good job of making this presentable to everyone. Like you're not going to read this and be like, oh, I don't belong. Like you will relate. You will relate. But anyway, a blog post from May 30th of 2020. So this is in the middle, like the beginning of COVID. Like this is when COVID was really bad.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll do my best not to get tongue twisted here. So May 30th, 2020. You're in charge of dinner. I told my mom last night. I was just so tired. I recently started a new job and the learning curve was exhausting. All that topped with listening to my kids screaming downstairs all day while I worked in my bedroom left me mentally drained in a way that I never felt pre-COVID. Okay, my mom responded. Should I give the kids mac and cheese, fish sticks? Do both the kids like fish sticks? I pretended not to hear her as I walked upstairs. By delegating dinner to her, her question was exactly what I wanted to break from. It wasn't just the actual cooking and setting the table, finding out which kid wants milk and which wants water, then the power struggle of how much they each needed to eat to warrant dessert, followed by cleanup. It's the mental load of making decisions, of running the household, of being in charge of everything. Where's my green dinosaur? Are the dishes in the dishwasher dirty? Do we have any paper towels? When is the last time the bed sheets were cleaned? Do the kids have their dentist appointment scheduled? Doctor? When does soccer season start? And will it conflict with play therapy? This is the mental load of motherhood. I am in charge of all of it. I store it all in my head, and yes, I have the answers to all of it. But sometimes I wish I didn't. Sometimes I wish I could pass the buck. Check the dishwasher yourself. Where did you last see your dinosaur? Did you check the garage for more toilet paper? But for the most part, the reason the weight of the mental load is so heavy is because I do know. I do know where you left your dino. I do know the dishes in the dishwasher are clean and probably still hot, so be careful when touching them. I know it's been more than a week since the bed sheets were cleaned, and yes, I know when every appointment is scheduled and where we are on the IEP. And the paradox of it all, I want to know. I want to be in charge 95% of the time. I wouldn't have it any other way. It must be the controller in me. But it's that last 5% that gets me every time. It's the part that makes me snap and yell, often passively aggressively ask, "Have you looked?" or ignore the questions and walk away. Because that 5% just wants to mute all the noise, tune out everything else and focus on me. Me. Not as a mom, a wife, an employee, just me as a person. Because sometimes she gets so lost in the chaos, I'm not ever sure she's still here. I should mention my mom took the hint. She figured dinner out and gave me time to sit with myself alone and undisturbed. When I did come back down, I felt refreshed and ready to resume my duties. I asked my mom how much the kids ate and where the kids were on the dessert trajectory. I was back. My 5% was filled. I was ready to mom again. As moms, we don't always get this time. Sometimes we don't get any break. As single moms know all too well. But maybe by explaining to our partners and family that we need to fill our 5%, maybe they can better understand. Last night wasn't just about cooking dinner for the family. It was about making the decisions around it too. Those decisions can be heavy. The mental load is something we all carry as mothers. It is heavy. Yes, moms have superpowers. We can carry heavy. We do it all the time. But as humans, we eventually need to put it down. I freaking love that. Mm-hmm. I love that. And reading that, you know what I love about TUFO and about reading things like this? I feel like I'm a part of a club I'm not supposed to be in. Uh-huh. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
there's people like you are not picking this book up to read.
But it's here for everyone.
I know that.
And I think that more men need to be reading
I
this
agree
stuff.
with that too. 100%.
And I'm not saying that to like display, oh, look how woke I am to women's needs.
No,
like this is just real stuff.
No, this is real stuff. Then they need to hear it.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And honestly, like I want to thank any of our listeners, anyone in the community for allowing me to be in there. Like even though it's our group, mm-hmm. I feel privileged to be part of a community with so many women that are open and sharing, knowing that I'm in there, mm-hmm. being a male. I think it's awesome. So I do appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. But anyway, this and she goes on in the chapter and talks about a lot of the issues that mothers have and how a mother can pop online and talk about how she's struggling and say that she just needs to rant. And oftentimes they're met with this toxic positivity, like mm-hmm. just focus on the positive. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're only young once and all this stuff. And it's just very dismissive of their feelings.
Yeah.
And yeah. So like talk about that. Cause I know that you went through some of this too. Like you were a boss babe at one point.
Yes, I was.
And that was a pretty big movement.
I was part of the
like
toxic positivity movement.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be helpful for me, but it wasn't. It actually pushed a lot of things aside and made me become more in denial. And I wasn't validated for my feelings at all. And it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be strong all the time. I'm supposed to hold everything together. Everything is supposed to be perfect because it's all on me. And it's like, that's not real life. And that's not acceptable. And that's not okay. Like I'm struggling here. Somebody needs to help me. Please help me.
Right.
Where's that? There's this one part where she was talking about where people say, I need help. Oh, you're super mom. I can't believe I see how can you do all of it?
Yeah.
No, I'm drowning here. Oh, you're doing such a great job. Why don't you just focus on the positive? Like all this stuff. And I'm just like, is anybody listening? Is
Everyone's
anybody
like,
hearing me?
I don't know how you do all this. And the moms are like, we're not. Help us.
We're
my
not.
God, you're amazing though.
Right. Yeah. It's like, no, I need help. I'm struggling. I'm putting my words out there. I'm putting my feelings out there because I'm asking for help, but nobody is listening because they're saying, focus on the positive. Everything's okay on this end. Why don't you just be grateful for this? And it's like, no, I'm struggling.
Right.
And that's where our group is different, like I really opened it up for that very reason.
Yeah. It exists in a way to let people do that.
Yes.
With no judgment.
Yes.
Like just to say, I'm struggling today. I'm drowning today.
Right.
Really not even asking for advice most of the time.
And if they want advice, they want practical advice. And it's not like, oh, just shove everything under the rug. Everything will be fine.
Right.
Because that's just going to keep you stuck in denial for a lot longer than you need to be.
Right. Yeah. And so she approaches this from the mommy wine culture stuff. And which is like, it's crazy because what she says is that when you're a mom and you're struggling, you're essentially either offered alcohol or you're offered toxic positivity. Like very rarely are people ready to actually help, offer you like substantive help.
Yes.
Like, here's what I'm willing to do. Like, I'll take the kids.
Here, do you need me to buy you dinner? Do I need to send you a meal? Do you need a meal train or whatever it is for a couple of days? Like, it's okay to ask for this help. But they're like, no, have some wine instead. I'm like, that's not going to help me.
Yeah. How about a little bit of help? That would be nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that like her book is more about, it's not about the wine, alludes to the fact that there's a lot more deeper societal issues around motherhood.
Yes.
That lead a lot of women into this gray area of drinking or even just alcoholism, like the morbid type. Where people
I would say I was somewhat of a
night.
gray area drinker back in the day, with the kids, like during COVID too.
Yeah.
Because I did cope with alcohol and I've been very open and honest about that. Because a part of it was also on social media, where it's like, oh, we just got to drink to get through this. And I sucked. I'm easily manipulated, obviously. So I took it and ran with it. And then I realized really quickly, like, this is not a good idea.
No, I think it's an attractive thing to do, to say, focus on the positive. I think that we all look at that and we think, ooh, that's like a cheat code, huh? Like you're telling me I can get through all this stuff if I just force positivity onto it.
Yeah.
And I think that we get hopeful and we buy into that. But even the science shows that it's not helpful. Yeah. Oftentimes it does the opposite of what it's intended to do.
Right. It makes people feel shame.
I think in the moment, and there are some times when you just need to suck it up and be positive about things.
Oh, I agree.
There is a time for that. There is a time for that. But it's not every time you have a problem. It's not at times when you're facing these huge issues. Like, let's say that you're a listener and you've got 3 kids and you've got a partner who is either in treatment or they're in active addiction and they are not helpful.
Yeah.
How is toxic positivity going to solve the problem that I am drowning over here?
It's not.
It's not going to.
No.
It's just not going to.
We need help.
Yeah, and we'll get to some of what that might look like here in a bit, but I'd like to open it up with something positive here. Because for a long time in our relationship, it was very one-sided. Very one-sided. When I was in active addiction, I played sort of like the old school patriarchy role of a male figure, where go to work, come home, drink beer as soon as you get home, kick your feet up, kind of ask you how your day went, and never really listening, never really trying to understand what your struggles were. And I mean, especially after our first was born. Yeah. When you went through postpartum depression really bad. Yeah. And I wasn't even able to recognize it.
No.
Because I was in my own stuff.
Right.
Like, that is not an excuse for it. I'm just saying, like,
no, that's what was happening.
I could not see it.
This is the reality.
Because I was a mess. Yeah. Just an absolute mess. And how you must have been struggling back then and what that was like. But what life looks like now. Now things they're balanced.
Way balanced.
They're equitable. We have conversations. You will let me know when you're struggling. I can also see now when you're struggling. and I'm there to lend a hand to pick up whatever you need me to do. It's
Right.
like, what can I do to be helpful?
Right. And that's what a healthy marriage looks like with children. That's, what we all strive for in our relationships.
I just want to give people hope that it can get to that point eventually.
Yeah.
But
I do wish it would have happened sooner.
that's what I was going to say.
Because in early recovery, with our second, you were more present than with our first, but you were still in your own world.
It got progressively better, but it didn't get better right away.
No.
And I think that this is a shock that many people find whenever someone gets out of treatment, because the answer is so clear to y'all. You're like, okay, I don't just need you to stop drinking. I need a supportive partner. I need help with the kids. I need help with the household duties. I need help emotionally. Like, we're supposed to be a team here. And you're left with this person that is still very much trying to figure out how not to drink today. And they're nowhere near the point where they can worry about what's going on with you and be that supportive partner. Like, I'm not joking when I say that this takes years.
Yeah.
It is a long road.
Yeah.
Like, when we say, like, for us, like, till the wheels fall off, like, man, you stuck with me and I stuck with you through thick and thin. Like, we figured it out together, and it was not easy.
No.
And I don't want people to think that it was ever at any point easy.
Right.
It's easy now,
Yes, it is.
but it took a long time.
Yeah.
And it took hell to get there.
Yeah.
And had it been just a little bit worse, we may not have made it.
Yeah.
There were times where I wasn't sure we would.
Yep.
I think you feel the same way.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'd like people to know that if that's the path you're taking, and I would say that get hopeful about that if someone's doing the work and they're trying to achieve emotional sobriety, they're working toward being a better person, then that's worth investing in long term.
Yeah, and I would definitely suggest getting marriage counseling together if you can
That was
early
huge
on,
for us.
because I think that's a big place to have somebody in the middle, or even having somebody there to help you both talk to each other and communicate each other's needs. It's just helpful instead of having to do it at home, because a lot of the times we've learned that partners are selfish in active addiction and they are taught to be selfish in recovery. So it's really hard to find that middle ground.
You're right. We're taught that.
You are.
We're taught that.
You're taught that.
We're taught to be selfish in our recovery.
And I understand that it's okay to be selfish by staying sober, but you're still married. You still made a choice to have a family with somebody. It's
Like, we both wanted this.
You still want, you both chose this. So being selfish about being sober is not acceptable. I mean, it's part of the process, but it still needs to be sped up a little bit.
It's a necessary part of the process to understanding how to live life sober. In order to do that, you have to focus on it, because without that, the family's not even possible. So it does have to come first. However, I would say that I would challenge people, and I challenge the people that I work with way harder than I was ever challenged or I've ever heard others being challenged, to get involved in this process much sooner and to be intentional about it.
Yes.
And even if you don't want to, I don't care. You can call me and tell me you think it sucks. I don't care, but you don't get to say a damn word to her.
Right.
Like, you guys need to work through this, and you're going to have to do most of the heavy lifting. It's going to suck, but you're going to get there.
Yeah.
I think that if I could recreate what I did for other people on a much faster pace, people would be happier quicker, and we can get mothers out of this state of drowning a lot faster too. So we're talking about, at this point, what life could look like when someone's working toward it. This beautiful balanced marriage. Like, everyone would love the ability to come to their partner and say, hey, I'm really struggling and I've been hiding it and I just need some help. And for the partner to go, well, why didn't you ask me sooner? I would love to help. I thought you didn't want me to help, and I'm there for you. You just let me know. And then you divide up all the duties, and then you hug each other, and everything is great. But that's just not the way it works in a lot of these relationships.
Yeah.
Because we're not dealing with stable people.
Right.
We're dealing with incredibly selfish people that can't take care of themselves, much less anyone else around them.
Right.
So what about them?
Yeah.
What do we do for them? What do you do if you're in that situation?
Well, I think that a big reminder is to let you know that you don't have to do everything, and everything doesn't have to be perfect.
Tell me a bit about the judgment that comes from other moms and maybe your own mothers and the world about that?
Well, I think our own mothers were around at a different time when the pressure wasn't so high because there wasn't social media back then, to where people were seeing highlight reels and having perfect birthday parties and perfect meals and perfect everything, perfect homes. They just had to take care of their kids. And I think it was easier for them. So when they see us, they're like, why don't you just handle it differently? Why don't you aren't being strong? Just take care of it. You're a mom. This is what you're supposed to do. There's a lot more pressure on us these days because of social media.
Can I ask a question as a dumb guy?
Sure.
Are women competitive?
Yeah.
Very, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I see people post things like our daughter sent us this link, and it's this woman who redoes her kids' bathroom and closets like every 3 months or something. Oh my gosh,
it was like for holidays.
She would redid the entire
bathroom, and she would restock things like special chapsticks and special lotions and special scents and made it like perfect for her kid. And I was like, what are we doing here?
So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's just really into that stuff. Maybe she loves the decor. She enjoys that kind of stuff. Or is it also, could it be a flex on the other moms to show like, look what I did? And then it puts the pressure on everyone else to keep up.
I mean, it could be, but I don't know. I'm just asking.
I
don't know. You know me. I think like a man sometimes. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's easy for me with
what?
You.
What do you mean?
Because you do. Like, yeah, you're very simple.
I grew up with all boys. Like
yeah.
my brain does not function like a lot of the women that I.
It just seems like with the elf on the shelf and just about everything, their mothers always seem to be chasing the next trend to keep up so they don't feel less than. And I'm sure that alone has to be enough to drive you crazy sometimes.
Absolutely.
As if everything else isn't enough.
Because then those kids go and they tell their kids, and then the other
your kid feels
comes
left
home
out.
and they feel
Who
left
wants
out.
their kid
But
feeling
for me,
left out?
I'm like, I teach my kids like, okay, that's their parents. They do that. I'm not going to do that. I love you. It doesn't mean I love you any less.
That ain't me.
I make decisions every day not to overwhelm myself by making everything perfect. I don't make everything perfect. I don't do everything. I don't go balls to the wall. I used to have fun little birthday parties for the kids and stuff like that. But I got to a point where I was
I think you did 2 of those. You were like, that's not worth it.
I did. I was like, they
That's
don't
a lot.
care. They don't care. The kids don't care that you make a huge gourmet meal. They don't care about the fancy decorations at the birthday party. They don't care about all the time and effort you put into their invitations and all this and that. Like, we keep things very simple in this house. We don't go ham because I know what it does to my mental health. And also I want my kids to have like simple things. That's not the things that is going to make them happy. It's being present. It's being in reality. It's being just with their parents that are present.
Yeah, I think if it does anything, like you mentioned, you just alluded to, like it just sort of raises the bar. And now every party has to be at that standard or it's no good. It was a failure.
Right.
And
just like we've talked about Christmases before.
Yeah. So you sort of
concept.
create this bar that you have to reach, and anything less is a failure. Mm-hmm. And it's like you've created a standard now for yourself that is going to drive you crazy. It's going to be damn near.
And there might be people out there who love doing that stuff, and that's awesome. Good for you. Like that could be like your outlet. Like,
some people just
I love
creative
that.
outlet.
That's
for
great.
them.
It might be a creative outlet. But for me personally, with the life that we have lived, I've learned what I can handle and what I can't handle. I learned how to be in survival mode, and having to do things by myself. And I didn't want to overwhelm myself as we got older. I wanted to keep things very simple.
So that's the first thing you would suggest, is just to remind people that not everything has to be perfect.
Yeah. You don't have to you don't have to make sure your laundry's done all the time. You don't have to make sure the dishes are done all the time. Your house doesn't have to be in perfect shape. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. It is. It doesn't make you less than. It doesn't make you a bad mom.
No.
And not everyone has that, I would call it a luxury in some ways, to worry about all those superficial things when you're just trying to survive. Like we talked about survival mode last episode. Like when you're in survival mode, you've got to shed all the dead weight. Like you've got to let's worry about the most important things right now. Mm-hmm. And it's okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of things like if your kids are old enough, give them things to do. Let them take the load off, Have them, like my daughter for her birthday parties. I don't make her invitations anymore. She does them herself.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm like, I want you to do this for yourself because I know you're capable of doing it. Plus it builds up her self-esteem and it gives her a creative outlet. I'm not a control freak when it comes to that kind of thing. I want our kids to be able to do their own things if they're capable of doing that.
Yeah. Man, this is tough, and I feel like it's getting worse and worse. And I'm not sure if that's just the lens by which we view things because of the work we do.
Yeah.
Or if this is really like more of it's a larger issue.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like I just see more and more of this every single day.
Yeah.
And people sort of rebelling against like this like perfect mom culture.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to give everyone like the biggest hug who's in the middle of fighting for their marriage and their sanity and for everything that you've dreamed of your whole life. And then you've got this to worry about as well. Like this pressure that's put on you and like just trying to survive.
And if you have a partner who is not willing to help or not capable of helping, if you have family and friends, ask for help. It's okay. And if they say no, respect them too, because they may not be capable of helping you, but it's okay to ask. Like your family, if you don't have anybody nearby, then set aside some expenses and hire a sitter to have somebody come by and watch your kids for about 3 hours so you can go get something done.
Yeah, we had talked about this. It's like, okay, so let's put ourselves in, like, let's call it, for lack of a better term, like worst case scenario. So you've got, say, an estranged partner, someone you're not with or haven't been with for some time because of their use, and you're taking care of 1, 2, 3, maybe more kids. How in the world do you find the time? And so Paige and I were kind of talking about, it's like, there's really not much. You just have to get creative and sort of get inside of it and figure out how can you create efficiencies from within. So let's say that you've got money budgeted for, I don't know, something. I don't know. Let's just say it's nails. I don't know. Nails it's not cheap, right?
Right.
$120 or something like that.
Between 80 and 100.
Depends on what you get.
Depends on what you get. Yes.
So let's say that
I'm impressed. You know that.
I remember Sydney telling me about this, and I was like, "It costs what? Really? I didn't know." But it's about right. It's a lot of work.
It's expensive.
It's a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so then let's take that money and say, I'm going to go without the nails for a little bit, and instead I'm going to do Instacart because Instacart's going to save me 2 hours at the store. Getting all these things. Yeah. Instead, I can sit here, read or exercise or do something during that time.
Yeah.
Something. Or get a sitter. You could use that money, like you mentioned, to get a sitter, get some help for someone to come and watch the kids so you can just get recharged. Like Celeste was talking about in this book, like I just need to get that 5% back.
Yeah.
Like 95% of the time I'm okay, but that 5%, it wears on you.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to get a break. So how can you get a break whenever you don't have help?
Yeah.
Get creative about what you can do to free that time up.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not not even possible for some people. It could be. It could be. And like, what do you do? Like, I wish I had better answers. Like Paige and I talked about one day, like having a nonprofit branch of TUFO, where we would have a place for women to get away and heal in a safe environment with other women, like completely free, like privately funded or funded by corporations, and they would pay for this, and to get treatment, to get help, to get away from their environments, and one day we'll make this a reality.
Yep.
So I don't know how fast that happens. I hope sooner than later, because I think we're
on our way.
Man, I would love to just say, come on down to the ranch.
Yeah.
And heal there with us. But it's so freaking difficult. There's not a whole lot you can do when you have no help whatsoever, other than getting creative about your finances and what can I do to hire some of this out.
Yeah.
What services exist that could make my life easier?
Right.
Laundry services exist.
Yes.
Meal services, meal prep, meal planning, things like that.
Yeah.
Groceries. Luckily, we live in a technology age where a lot of this stuff can be, you can farm it out.
Yeah.
A lot of it, but not all of it. Not all of it.
Right. And it still sucks because you have a partner that you are, married, and we're supposed to have, partnership to where someone would be there to help you through this stuff. And I've heard from a lot of people, and I even experienced this myself, is that it's really difficult to have a partner who's present in the home, who is not doing anything, and you're having to do everything and take on all the load. It's like having an extra kid that's just sitting.
Oh, you mean like present Like they're there
they're
physically,
there physically, but not,
right.
they're not there. They're, they're in active addiction or even early recovery. They're gone all the time.
Why don't you just say my name and just stop?
What, you?
Yeah.
Saying that it's you? Okay.
I feel sane.
Well, it was easier. It was easier whenever it would annoy me that you would be sitting at home doing whatever the hell you wanted to do. And I'm over here trying to do all this other stuff. I'm like, what's going on here? I need a partner.
Yeah.
And then in early recovery, you were gone all the time. And it was kind of easier when you were gone for me to take care of the house, even though it sucked that you were gone, but it was easier. And it made me realize that I'm capable of doing the stuff by myself. And I think that's huge because I think a lot of the people who listen, if you just look at it and say, I can do all these things by myself, that's huge. That's a strong, you don't want to do it by yourself, but you're capable of doing it by yourself. And that can empower you just a little bit to know that it's okay and that you still have some support around you.
This reminds me of our episode we did on what's going on with men.
Yeah.
That feminist author that said that today women need men like fish need bicycles. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, you're right. If it's something that you're more comfortable doing on your own, it's like, what are we here for? Mm-hmm. And that's been my big driver when I get the chance to talk to men in recovery is that we've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of ground to make up. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah.
Like I was a late bloomer when it came to maturity. And man, I wish I'd have figured it out sooner. I wish I had someone smack me upside the head and tell me what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I'm not making the excuse, but a lot of us aren't taught these things. And I know that you've alluded to this before, which is like, is there something behind the way that men of a certain age were parented mm-hmm. and the way that they were brought up that has led into some of this?
Yes.
And I think that there is a component of that for sure.
Agreed.
I know addiction can't be blamed for all of it.
No.
There's certainly some of that too. Mm-hmm. So we've got some hardwiring we need to fix. Mm-hmm. And like we talked about, I was like, I should just make a course. And I'd even give it out for free to teach men how to like be better, like how to be better men in recovery. But we started laughing because it was like nobody would watch it.
Right. No one was going to get that at all.
I was like, Paige, we could just put it out there, but no one's going to watch it. Women are just going to email it to these guys. And they're going to be like, who is this idiot?
And then the guy's going to call you a bitch.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Someone. Oh man, I get called names on TikTok a lot.
No, we both get some heat on there, but that guy called you a bitch and it kind of upset me because I'm like, that is not okay.
I just laughed at it. I'm like, I bet you're fun to be around.
I mean, my gosh.
Yeah, God forbid. Someone listens to their wife and asks how they can be helpful, then...
And it's not even about being helpful. Like, every time we talk about help on here, like, we get a lot of shit because the people are like, well, your partner's not supposed to help you. They're supposed to just do it. And I hope that the context makes sense where it's like, well, they're not doing anything. So, yeah, we need help. Moms need help. Moms need help. It's not a bad thing to say that.
No, it's not.
If they're not getting it. Yeah, of course, you should step up and do it. Shouldn't, we don't use that word much, but you're not. So yes, we need help.
And moms shouldn't feel like they can't share that it sucks mm-hmm. without being shamed for it.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a safe space to do that, our community's perfect for that.
For sure. And I wish we had like more solutions on this, like it's just such a hard place to be in.
Yeah.
But I do feel like if you are struggling with this, go into our community and talk to others because I know there are plenty of people in there struggling with the same thing right now. I can only go back just a certain amount of time and sometimes it's harder to go back there to when it was. But like I said, I'd rather it be sped up. I don't want everyone to have to do exactly what I did to get through it. I would like for there to be better solutions.
Same. And like, I've racked my brain on this forever. And then I sort of go back to like this overarching problem. Like, how do you help single mothers? And then it's like, man, I'm not going to figure this out if the smartest minds in the world haven't figured it out. I know that there are resources available. Mm-hmm. In Celeste's book, It's Not About the Wine, she talks about some of those, mm-hmm. about some like public money that's out there with resources to help people. But we're talking about relationships where you've essentially got an absent partner.
Yes.
And so like for us, it worked out when I did the work, you extended patience when you didn't have to. And we communicated, we sought therapy, and it was not easy, but man, we finally did craft the relationship that we always wanted. And I think that at this point, like, we're both happy in our relationship.
Absolutely.
Like, everyone's got their gripes and whines about certain things, but ours are so trivial.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're talking about little tiny stuff, like the little throat noise you make. Like that's stuff like that, you know, like that's it.
Are we going to go through this? It's you sticking your gum everywhere.
Oh yeah. There's someone on the desk over here. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, stupid stuff, right?
I don't even get.
But like real fundamental issues in our relationship, we don't have those anymore. No. So it can get better. And if you get hope from us because of that, that's beautiful. I want, in my newsletter this week's going to talk about hope a bit. I've always been reluctant to give people hope. Yeah. Because hope can be a beautiful thing, but hope can be such a dangerous thing sometimes too.
Yeah.
Because
it can keep you in denial.
Sort of along the lines of this, right? Sort of along the lines of this toxic positivity movement. Yes. Where you can get so hopeful betting on the wrong horse for too long. And one day you wake up and it's been 30 years and you go, oh my God, what have I been doing? Yeah. I've been waiting for what now? Like it was never going to happen. This guy has no interest in getting better. And I've been sitting around waiting. And why did I do that? Because you had hope, and hope's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it is. Hope is what gets people through some of the darkest times of their lives, but apply it the wrong way and hope can be really, really dangerous too. Yep. So if you're not already subscribed to the newsletter, check it out this week. Yeah. Should be out by the time this comes out. Yeah, it does. It'll come out Wednesday morning, right when this comes out. So yeah, but it's tricky, but I would like to give people some sort of hope that if you're in a relationship and you're with someone who is doing the work, I will always caveat it with that. Someone who's doing the work, who's committed to being better today than they were yesterday, then things are going to get beautiful. They will. Doesn't mean you won't have rough spots. Doesn't mean you won't have some setbacks. Doesn't mean that it's going to be linear. You know, it's not just going to get better one day and never stop getting better. It will get better and then it'll suck really bad. And then at some point it'll feel like, what's the point? And then if you hang on and they're still doing the work, then things get better. Yeah. They get so much better, like better than you ever dreamed they could get. Yeah. Takes a hell of a lot of effort though, on both parts. Like, I know that for you anyway, like being a mom with 2 little kids, with a partner in recovery who's spending all their time in treatment, and the uncertainty around, do I stay sober? Do I not? All that, and having to focus on yourself and shift your focus to yourself like you were so good about doing. Like, it's enough to drive you absolutely insane. It really is. It's very hard. There's no easier way to put it. It's just hard. It's okay to say it sucks. It's hard. Yeah. So if you're struggling and you're in this, we see you and we know and we understand it's okay to say it sucks. It is. And you will get through it though. You will, especially if you've got really little ones. I always tell everyone the first 5 years of kids is a blur. Yeah. Anyway, I think I don't know for sure, but I've talked to enough people that I think I can make this judgment call here that even if you have a perfectly healthy marriage, life with 0 to 5-year-olds is awful. Yeah. It's just hard. Tough. It's tough. Your marriage suffers. Everything suffers. It's just it's a huge transition. It's a trying time. It's a huge transition because your life literally changes when you have kids. It'll never be the same as it was before. Yeah. Anytime I work with a couple and they've got little kids, like I always tell them, like, let's not hone in too hard on that problem right now. Like, you've got little kids. Your lives are crazy as it is. I feel like this one's going to work itself out. Let's not focus too hard here. Yeah. And it usually does. Yeah. It usually does. Yeah. But little kids can be so stressful sometimes, man. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all we've got for this week. I think short and sweet. Yeah. I think we covered it all. I know. Yeah. Look at us. We're like, wait, is there something that we're missing? Well, what's happened before is we'll go to stop the recording. We're like, oh my God, we forgot all that. We said this last week too. Anyway, I think we've got it all. Yeah. Okay. So YouTube, are we caught up on YouTube? Yeah. We are? They're all up there? I think there's one episode I've missed. Okay. If you haven't checked out our YouTube, we're trying to push YouTube a little harder in 24. Subscribe to the YouTube, leave a comment, share it with somebody you might think would be interested in it. And we will get better at YouTubing, I promise you.
Yeah, we've been
cameras,
doing a lot of other things.
cameras,
That's
editing,
one
the
of
whole
last
bit. I
things
want to
that
make
we
it
were
more
doing.
enjoyable to watch. I want to make more short form content that's fun and relatable to watch. So it's not just two people talking, but some people do like watching podcasts. I actually started watching podcasts. They're interesting, but I like when they're filmed right.
Yeah, you're very anal about that.
Man, I want a 3-camera setup. With
Yeah, he wants all these fancy stuff, which is
sliders
great. And I
and-
love that. I want it too. That's just your area.
Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. So, but please subscribe if you're not already and check us out there. All right, I think that's all we got. So until next time, I am Matt.
I'm Paige.
And we'll see you.
Bye.